The US Mint sold 5 million ounces the first month of January. That's record-breaking sales. So when data now comes out showing that sales are starting to slow down, that's not really saying much when the bar was set so high. Now, if you're new here, you definitely want to be subscribed and click the bell to get all notifications since I post daily videos. Anytime big news comes out, I'm going to cover it, usually first, or I try to at least. So make sure you're subscribed. You don't want to be blindly investing, especially in today's day and age. Plus, I do lots of giveaways and just a lot of different types of fun content. Try to engage you all as well. So make sure you click that subscribe button. Now, gold and silver sales drop in April. US Mint bullion sales slow. Like I said in the intro, that's not really saying much. Now, back in January, a lot happened. A lot happened. But a lot is also happening now. That makes sense that sales were just kind of skyrocketing, but you got to remember that there's also other factors at play besides just one event, right? We have so many different things happening, and everything is kind of affecting the price at different paces. So you got to remember from the long term that at the end of the day, no matter what happens, silver's still going to be the best investment, right? It's kind of like the tortoise and the hare. You might see crypto going up right now or whatever the case is, but at the end of the day, silver always and gold always outlasts everything else, right? So most precious metals closed higher Friday, but most, including gold, still ended down on the week and month. Silver notably fell again, extending its string of losses to 9 straight and posted the sharpest weekly and monthly declines. Silver's down bad right now, so it only makes sense that the price is going to keep dropping as people keep selling, right? I mean, there's even an article right here that talks about how silver retreats as sell-off continues. We might jump into that later in the video, or I might make a separate video on that, but regardless, once the price starts declining, people start giving up or they'll transfer into something else. And then once the price starts rising again and they see that it can go back up, they need that validation, they'll get back into it. That's probably the worst way to invest because transferring back and forth, especially with something like silver with these high premiums, you're just not going to get your money back, right? If you're going to buy, just buy and hold. But anyways, on Friday, gold for June delivery tacked on $20.40 or 1.1% to settle at $1,911 an ounce, and that's also on the COMEX division of New York Mercantile Exchange. Gold prices logged losses of 1.2% this week and 2.2% in April. On Wednesday, the yellow metal was sat at $1,888 an ounce, registered at its lowest settlement since February 25th. Gold trimmed its year-to-date gain to 4.5%. So let's get into to these sales. Now, the US Mint bullion sales in 2022. This is interesting stuff, by the way, and I just want to give a little bit of context before we go into this. This all started in 2020, right? The US Mint sold out of Eagles, had to make the emergency 1 million mintage supply from the San Francisco Mint. In 2021, we had Wall Street silver, all that stuff. US Mint finally announced there is a silver shortage. Mexico or the Mexican Mint, Perth Mint, even the Royal Mint announced they're also having an extremely hard time finding silver blanks. The U.S. Mint's now going up against Congress. They are non-compliant with the shortage. There's just a lot of mess going on around that. But regardless, sales are through the roof. Now, no, you're not going to not be able to buy silver. A lot of people are like, there's no shortage. I can still buy silver. That's not how it works. There's still silver left, but since there's a shortage, since it's scarce, that's why there's $20 premiums instead of $2 premiums before the shortage happened, right? 3 years ago, American Eagles were $2 over spot. Now they're $15 over spot, $45 when spot price is 23. It would be 27, 25, 26, $27 on APMEX or anywhere instead of 45. That's because there's a silver shortage. Eventually, there won't be enough silver. Right now, we're just seeing the premiums rise, low supply, high demand shoots the price up, right? So what I was originally going to say is the U.S. Mint has to guesstimate the following year how many Eagles are going to sell. So that's why a lot of times you see them run out or just be put in a bad situation because they have to guess. But it's hard to guess when new things arise. Like, let's say for 2023, they're gonna put out 10 million ounces, but then something crazy happens and a lot of people want silver, but they didn't know that at the time. So it's a very sticky situation to be in for the US Mint. So, US Mint bullion sales in April slowed for gold, silver, and platinum coins in headline monthly comparisons. American Eagle gold coins advanced 88,000 ounces in April, falling 43% from 155,500 ounces in March, rising 128% from 38,500 ounces in April 2021. American Gold Eagles for the year to date at 514,500 ounces, 14.2% higher than the 450K. So American Silver Eagle coins increased 850,000 ounces last month, marking declines of 21% from 1,080,500 ounces in March and a 19.3% from the 1,053,000 ounces of April last year. So 2022 American Silver Eagle sales at 8,431,500 ounces are down 35% from the 13,106K ounces sold during the first 4 months of last year. This is interesting. So they talk about American Buffalo Gold coins, 27 falling 58%, American Eagle Platinum. By the way, I've seen some people in the comments saying they also invest in a platinum. Do you invest into other commodities besides just silver? Do you go into gold, platinum, palladium, copper? I know some people even get into copper. Let me know. That's something that I've never really looked into. I've always kind of just stuck to silver, maybe a little bit of gold here and there, but primarily silver. Below is a sales breakdown of the US Mint bullion products with columns listing the number of coins sold during varying periods. This is pretty cool. So I really just want to focus on silver though. See, this is okay. So here we go. The 1 ounce eagle. So here's an eagle. Last week 408,000. This week 17,000. February 1,000 or 1,500,000. March 1,850. 2022 sales 8,400,000. That's crazy. See, this is another thing. Is the U.S. Mint used to produce like 30, 40 million eagles per year. But then around 2019, they started cutting down to like 14 million ounces. And then it's very weird to see that they're having a hard time finding or being able to keep up with production when they're only having to produce around 13 million ounces, right? If they're pushing 40 million ounces a year, keeping up with that type of demand would be a lot easier or a lot harder, right? It would make a lot more sense if they ran out. But only 13, 14 million ounces and you still can't keep up with that it's kind of crazy. It really does just expose the silver shortage to a full, right? I mean, that speaks for itself. I mean, we're talking about 1.112 billion ounces uh, sold, or the demand of 1.112 billion ounces this year. Imagine in like by like the year 2026, 2027, we'll be talking about 3 billion, 4 billion ounces, as that's really when the new green revolution will be in play. And we already can't keep up with 1.112 billion ounces barely. Production is what, around 900 million if we get lucky on sometimes. So it's just going to be a very interesting situation moving forwards. And that's why I say that we're really going to see triple digit silver in the next like 5 or so years. I would say probably around the year 2026, 2027, probably like around 2026. I would say that's when we'll be deep into the green revolution. That's when we're really going to need a lot of silver, and that's, I think, when most people are going to realize that we don't have enough. Right now, only silver stackers, people that look at the information, can start to see that trend, can start to see it. Most people won't until we're deep into it. But anyways, I'm going to wrap this video up here. What do you think about this? Do you think that sales are going to continue to slow down? I mean, it really is all up in the air because it depends on what happens. That's why price forecasts, price predictions are always so inaccurate. It's like the weatherman, but even worse, because at least the weatherman, you can kind of see, where it's coming from. But you just really don't know what's going to happen. Do you think the forecasts from 2019 going into 2020 were accurate? No, because nobody could have guessed that a global situation would have happened, or the invasion, or there's so many things that's going on, but there's going to be so many more things happening that we just don't know about right now as well, right? And I was actually talking to someone earlier, and he was mentioning how uh the price is down right now and how it's just kind of weird and it could be bad. But I was telling him, like, in 10 years, do you think of how much is going to happen in 10 years when I actually might plan on or consider selling 10, 15 years. Right now, if the price is 22, think about in 10 years from now how many things are going to happen and what the price will do. Think about even a year from now. Think about how much has happened in 1 year. Think about a year from now, 5 years from now. Like, if you think that the price of silver, or if you're worried about the price of silver right now, or think that maybe it will never get to $40 or $50, you really got to step back, because it was only about 10 years ago one silver was $50. So, anyways, I'm gonna wrap this video up here. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure you're subscribed, especially if you stuck around this long in the video. I post daily videos. Thanks for tuning in. This is Silver Slayer. I'll see you guys soon. Peace.